Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Inês. I'm an artist and illustrator, and in this week's video I'm gonna do part 4 of my series Drawing Mythical Creatures. In this week's video I'm gonna draw a faun. The faun is a mythological half-human, half-goat creature appearing in Roman mythology. The goat men were usually bipedal creatures with legs and tail of a goat and the upper body, so the torso, arms and head of a human. They would also have horns of a goat and the pointed ears of a goat as well. It is believed that the fauns borrowed the appearance of the god of Pan from Greek mythology more than the actual satyrs. Satyrs in the beginning were depicted as having the tail and ears of a horse, more than the actual depiction that we have of a faun. So however they are associated with each other, they are in their basis of characteristics quite different. So the fauns would be more close to the god of Pan in terms of characteristics than the actual satyrs. However, as we know, Greeks were a great basis of inspiration for Roman mythology. You can see there's a lot of similarities between the gods and the creatures. They only basically change a few details and also the names. Fauns are also associated with being capable of guiding humans in need when they are lost. You can even see that in the Chronicles of Narnia. You can see that there's a representation of an actual faun that helps the little girl find her way. So that's one of the ideas of the whole spectrum of what is a faun and what does he do and what is the creature's story. So what I'm gonna do today is what I've been doing the past few videos. I'm gonna draw on my sketchbook. I'm gonna do a spread of different positions, trying to explore a little bit of the feeling of the character, see the characteristics, the physical appearance that it has, knowing that the fauns also, I forgot to say, usually are depicted playing a flute or a pan flute. I'm gonna use that as a characteristic as well. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna choose one of the sketches that I like the most, I'm gonna photograph it, and I'm gonna finish the drawing on my iPad. This week I'm thinking about not doing a colorful one. I'm gonna do a monochromatic drawing just for a change. I feel like this one I'm thinking about doing something that is more gothic-like. So that's my idea anyway. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna start now. If you are interested to see how I do my process and how I go from a sketch to a digital painting, keep watching the video. I start by using the Prismacolor Color Erase pencil to sketch. I decide to go for a calm and passive pose where the faun is playing his pan flute. I spend a long time trying to get the feel of the character. The first sketch is always the most challenging. At this point I'm still warming up, trying to understand the elements that compose the creature and its nature. It's truly visible and I'm still figuring out things at this point. So it's interesting, but normally it's always the sketch that I like the least because I'm still very stiff, I'm still warming up. And it takes a long time for me to get the hang of all the characteristics, but it's part of the process. So if it happens to you, don't worry about it, just do the first one and just continue doing the rest, and in the end, for sure, the last ones that you do will look much better than the first one you did. So it's interesting to look at the sketches and see all the process behind it. I start adding shading, values, volume, and continue with my search of perfecting his first sketch. I proceed to do a squatting pose where the faun is in an quizzical mode. I chose to do a long-faced character and made sure it had a goat-like features, as well as human ones, to tie up the design. In this sketch, the faun looks like he's trying to understand something. Maybe he has found something interesting in the woods, maybe something's happened and he's trying to piece everything together. Maybe he has had some sort of realization, who knows? In this close-up, you can see what I mean. I choose to do a face with high cheekbones, long beard, and goat ears and horns. I do all of this using a graphite pencil, and for most of the spread I will use my black wing pencil, because I do like the feel of how the sketches look with the graphite only. In this next sketch, I decided I wanted to portray the faun's timid nature. He's almost hiding in that tree, playing his flute and being aware of his surroundings. I continue adding some details to the character, to the tree, and just trying to develop the design as much as I can. Fauns in Roman mythology are a symbol of peace and fertility. And to link to the fertility aspect, I decided to add some fruits to the tree that harmoniously frames the character. I really like the feel of this particular sketch. I continue with the last sketch, this time with the faun standing up, but he's always attached to his flute. I add natural elements, such as leaves and berries, to his beard region. I thought it would tie up the design. He's also looking at the bird, so it would be a white dove in this case, to symbolize peace. So this is how the sketchbook spread looks. I used mainly graphite in this particular sketch spread. For me it was just quite fun to try to understand the physical traits of a faun, his personality, and try to understand the character as a whole. I proceed to choose the sketch I want to finish in digital painting. I photograph it and start adding details in Procreate. I start by outlining the sketch, adding values and volumes. I decided to go for a monochromatic look because I wanted to give a gothic-like appearance to the character. It was really fun for me to do this. I haven't done a monochromatic painting in a while, and this was a nice change of pace. And I do really like the way it looks in the end. So this is the final result of the painting. It was really nice to do, and I really like the way it looked in the end. So I hope you enjoyed the video and process. This is the final spread of my sketchbook. I really enjoyed doing this. Obviously, like the beginning stages of starting a sketchbook spread, I always hate the first drawing the most, so I don't like this as much as the other ones, but I think it's part of the process as well, so I was still warming up, kinda. So I really enjoyed doing this. I really like this position. I like the fact that I was exploring a little bit of the facial features as well, trying to keep a bit of the appearance of a goat, but also trying to humanize the creature itself as well. And it was very nice to do. I will definitely continue to do these types of things, and it's quite a good challenge, and I really like this one. That's why I chose it. I think it's a really nice position. It's dynamic. I think this represents well the personality of a faun, because he's musical, he's playing his flute, and he's kind of lurking around but not being seen at the same time. He's quite a timid creature from my depiction. So yeah, it was like definitely really cool to do. I will also insert here my final result of my digital painting. It was really nice to do. Honestly, I'm a sucker for a really nice monochromatic painting. For me, like, I'm really used to do monochromatic paintings more than actual colorful ones. I really like to use color as well, but I'm really more used to do monochromatic stuff. So I'm trying to move away from that a little bit, trying to challenge myself and continue to use color and just go out of my comfort zone. But I miss this, and I like the gothic feel of it in a way, and I really liked the way it turned out in the end. So if you like this type of videos, please give it a like. Make sure you subscribe if you're not already. Thank you so much for everyone that has subscribed until now. I really appreciate it. It has been like such a fun thing for me to create these videos. So if you like it, it's really like important for me to know. So if you have any suggestions of any different creatures that you like me to draw, or anything different, like any type of different videos that you would like to see from me, make sure to say it in the comments on my Instagram, on my socials, and I will make sure I will do that for you. So thank you so much for watching. I will see you next week with another video. Bye!